There's something kind of crappy going on at the farm right now. I got to show it to you. This would be a great time for smell-o-vision. So just cruising up by the hog barns here to show you what's going on. That red tractor is actually pumping manure out of the hog barn, manure storage pit, into this diesel-powered pumper trailer. And this pump creates a lot of pressure. That hose is running between the buildings and then clear around the outside of the field out to where the applicator tractor is. I'll show you that here in a little bit. And this John Deere tractor here has got a pump on the 3-point. They'll drop that into the pit in different spots and just use it to keep stirring the manure, keeping the solids suspended into the liquid so that they'll pump out with the rest of the liquid. See, we can follow that hose all the way down the road here. It's kind of a nice blue color. How cool is that? All right, we're following the hose clear out here, and there it finally turns the corner across the field. There is the applicator tractor clear out there. And then here's the bumper tractor right here that they use to push the hose around in the field so that it doesn't get kinked up or ran over by the applicator tractor. It's a pretty sweet system, you guys, way more efficient than dragging big tanks around and creating a bunch of compaction. Good morning. How's your day going today? My day so far has consisted of dragging 2 giant dead pigs out of a hog barn. Then I tried to go chisel plow and had a flat tire in the back of the chisel plow tractor. Then I noticed there was a broken bolt on the drag frame on the harrow on the back of the chisel plow. So I tried to pull the broken bolt out and sliced the middle of my thumb open on a sharp edge of the bolt. So that was great. So now I moved on to trucking beans. When I get back, the new tire has been installed on the tractor, so I'm going to go try to chisel plow. Well, the tractor tire was not fixable, so they had to put a used tire on it. It doesn't match the rest of them, but they cannot get a brand new tire right now that would match the rest of them. And it'd be $2,500 to not match, so we went with a used one. We're chisel plowing again. As you can see, the weather's just beautiful. One thing I'm a little concerned about, we've been having this issue with the 8370R. When you get into a spot where it has to pull really hard, where the ground is compacted a lot and it works the tractor really hard, it's blowing smoke out the right side of the engine compartment. There is a crankcase ventilation filter up on top of the engine. It's basically supposed to filter the blow-by, and it's got a vent tube sticking out the side of it. Well, there's oil in that vent tube. And like I say, whenever it gets to working really hard, it gets blowing smoke out the side. I'm going to try to show you here. I don't know if you can see that or not. It's kind of windy today, but we're in an area where it's pulling it pretty hard, and that's what it's doing. It seems concerning to me. The John Deere guys can't figure out why it's doing it. There's no engine codes stored on the computer. Everything seems it's running fine, got plenty of power. I don't know. I hope the thing doesn't blow up before we get the chiseling done. Well, howdy. Yeah, it's another unreasonably nice day here in Northeast Iowa. I realize I need a haircut. It's getting really bad. I'm gonna try to get that done this week. I am hauling beans today into the local elevator just 6 or 7 miles down the road. And I better get out and check, make sure I'm not gonna run it over. Hold on. All right, we're getting down there to where we're just about out of beans in one of the bins. So I got to put on my favorite mask and get in there and do some shoveling. Let's go. Well, I just no sooner than got my truck loaded that I heard the dulcet tones of Kyle's Peterbilt. So I'm gonna stick around and help him get loaded so he doesn't have to get in the bin. What's up, LB? How's it going? You gonna help? Probably not much, huh? That's an air brake. That's what that's called. Well, happy Monday, everybody. I'm trucking beans again today. If everything goes really well, I should have all of the 2021 beans hauled out by early tomorrow. We are getting right down to the last few loads, and it's gonna feel really good to have all of the beans gone and those bins emptied out so we can get moved on to trucking corn. Hold that thought. I gotta pull forward. So you guys remember that thing that I said about the weather being unreasonably warm for the time of year it is? So I went and got a bunch of my hair cut off, shortened my beard way down. I had a couple things I wanted to look nice for. And now it's really cold outside. Middle teens. The wind is blowing 40 miles an hour. Tonight it's gonna get down to 9 degrees Fahrenheit. That's cold. So I wish I had my hair back. I wish I had my bushy beard back. Enough about me. I wanted to update you on the Tillage tractor. It did not blow up. Over the weekend, we did get the last of the tillage finished up. I did talk a couple more times with the service tech at the John Deere store. Someone from higher up in John Deere at some point had told him that this was actually normal. I'm not sure the guy actually knew how much smoke was blowing out the side of the tractor. Now, apparently just a little bit is normal when it's cold in the mornings because you get condensation overnight, and that has to steam off the next morning while the tractor is warming up. This is definitely a little more than your normal condensation steaming off in the morning. I did notice, however, that it does get better as the day wears on. The longer you run it, the less smoke is coming out. And that very well may be the condensation thing. But I think after talking to the guys a few more times, we're gonna go ahead and change that filter. I think the filter might be getting worn out. The problem is I don't have any really hard work that we can do with that tractor yet this year. So we can change the filter, and I'm not really gonna know if it's going to do anything. But I think it's gonna be okay. I mean, we're not getting any engine codes. We've got plenty of power. It hasn't used any oil the whole fall of doing chisel plowing. So I don't think there's anything seriously wrong with the tractor because none of the things are happening that would be happening if the engine was actually shot and ready to blow up. All right, also a lot of people have asked about those AgriTough shovels that we tried out on the chisel plow last year. We did end up putting an entire set on the chisel this year. If you recall, last year we got very impressive performance. This year with a full set of them on the chisel plow, I gotta say we've had some trouble with them. We have broken 6 or 7 of them off right at the bottom of the shank. Not really sure what's going on. I have reached out to AgriTough. The rep has been very, very good. He's done everything he can to help us out and make things right. I think it might have something to do with the point load, how much spring pressure is on the trip, on the reset, on the shanks, because our Landau brags about how much point load they have. It's like 1,750 pounds. I know some of the sunflower shanks are all the way down to 650 pounds. Some of them are 1,000. That may have something to do with it, or there might be something wrong with a particular batch of shovels. I don't know. Good grief, it's so bright outside after being in that tunnel dumping beans. So yeah, it was pretty disappointing to have so much trouble with those shovels. I was really excited about, getting all the extra wear out of them, and ironically not having to stop and change shovels as often, and we were stopping and changing shovels a lot. And if you've tried them this year, I'd love to know your experience. Did you have good luck with the AgriTough shovels? Did you have trouble with them? If you had a problem with them, I know they really want to know about that as well. And I'd be interested to know if you're running a land-all chisel, because I'm wondering if that might be the key factor. Also, do you have rocks under the soil like we do? Because that might be the real key factor. Hey, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you next time.